There we go. Now we're live on air. Now it's
All
all you.
right, perfect. Welcome everyone. I'm super excited to be here to bring about, or actually introduce, our second 60-day challenge, which is headed by two really what I call MVPs, most valuable players within our community. They are two people that are leaders who've stepped up and really grabbed hold of EMP not only as an opportunity for themselves, but also as an opportunity to help lift others up, which I truly appreciate. And so with that being said, I'd like to just really quickly say welcome to Miss Katrina and Mr. Doug, and thank you guys so much for putting this together. I think it's extremely valuable especially for those just getting started with Elite Marketing Pro, to get exposure to you guys and what you've been able to accomplish and get access to some of the training and systems and processes that have really helped you guys to get the results that you're getting. So fantastic to have you both here. Thank you guys. I know you're both muted, but just really want to say how much I appreciate both of you stepping up. And by the way, for your information, if you're just coming on here for the first time, you don't know what 60-day challenge is, I'm going to actually turn it over to Doug and Katrina to talk a little bit more about it after I do the introduction here. But just to let you know, they are not getting compensated in any way, shape, or form for doing this. They're doing this to give back. And that's one thing I really respect and admire about both Doug and Katrina. In fact, Katrina was recently at our No Excuses Summit event, and she was in the audience, but she volunteered her time after the fact to help so many people to implement and execute on the stuff that we taught. And she did that once again just to contribute to the community. And if there's one thing about leadership, it's the willingness to give without desire for something else. In other words, the willingness to just provide value without desire for anything else. So she's demonstrated those qualities, as has Doug. And so once again, just super grateful to both of you for taking the initiative, stepping up, really grabbing hold of the Elite Marketing Pro system, trying to break it, playing around with it, and all that good stuff, and just contributing so much value to our industry and to this community by bringing about this 60-day challenge. So maybe you're asking yourself, what is the 60-day challenge? I'd like to actually share what it is, and I think I can do a screen share somehow. Here we go. Screen share, screen 2. So I think it makes sense for us at this point to just go ahead and just run through, what is the 60-day challenge? What are you going to learn? What are you going to be expected to implement? Because this isn't just about learning, it's about actually making things happen. This is not a sit on the sidelines and watch type of process. This is an actual feet to the fire, held accountable, take action and get results process that Katrina and Doug have put together themselves. I had no part in creating this. It's all them. They put this thing together, and they did this though because they discovered a process whereby they could get results with Elite Marketing Pro, and they thought, this is the missing piece, is really having somebody to be leading people into action. And that's what this is all about. It's about taking action, and it's about getting results. So I promise you that, like anything else worthwhile in life, in business, or anything else, that you're going to get out of this what you put into it. So my advice to you is put your blinders on. Stop looking at other people's emails and commit 100% of your efforts and your attention and your focus on following what these two have to teach you and what they have to share with you. And some of the other awesome contributors here. We've got our top earning contributor, our top earning Elite Marketing Pro affiliate that's going to be sharing some value with you. We've got our top lead generator, and all of Elite Marketing Pros mastered some awesome traffic strategies and lead acquisition strategies, sharing value with you. All of them are doing this as volunteers because they want to help empower you to become the best marketing pro that you can be. And so every single one of these folks are here to help you succeed. That's their objective. That's their goal. They're not receiving compensation for it. So here's another thing I want to say. I know this is free. Katrina and Doug did not charge anything for this. They're very generous for doing this. That being said, the only thing that I ask from you, from all of you that are here, is to treat this like you just invested a couple $1,000s to get their help and coaching. Treat this like something that you invested in and paid for. Take it that seriously. Commit to it at that level. And I promise you the results will be phenomenal. They'll be huge for you. So that's what I want to say about this challenge. Now let's just quickly, briefly walk through each of the modules with some tentative dates. Things may change. They always do in this world. Dates may change, but here's our tentative schedule. I'm glad to be doing this orientation with you right now, and I'm going to actually turn it over to Doug and Katrina after I go through this. But I'm just once again super excited to be here introducing this. And this can be life-changing for you. Last time they did this, there were some case studies. There were some people that walked away from this, and they're super affiliates now. So this can be the answer for you. So once again, back to the content here. Right now we're at the orientation process where we're just introducing the 60-day challenge for you today. Next up, we have identifying your perfect customer avatar. Andrew Drawn, the editor of What's Working Now, will be kicking that off. That takes place this coming Tuesday. So that's next week, okay? That's something we're really excited about. Now, one thing that I've shared before in marketing and success in marketing, and really that's what this is all about. Elite Marketing Pro is not about a push-button system that makes money. Sure, it has an income opportunity attached to it, but it's about empowering you to become a marketing professional, because truly that is where you are able to write your own ticket and where you're able to basically dictate your success, and it's not up to somebody else. With any push-button system, with any affiliate program, with any network marketing opportunity that you do, if the system or product or compensation plan goes away or changes, or the company goes out of business, you have to start over from scratch. But Elite Marketing Pro, the whole vision of our company, the mission of our company, is to arm you with skill sets that can give you freedom and independence. And my friends, if freedom and independence is what you're after, if that's the reason that you got into this business in the first place, let me know. Type in the chat box there and just say yes. Let me know that you're here. You're in this to win your freedom. You're in this to win your independence. Because that is, my friends, what we're talking about here. And that is what you're committing to. When you're committing to this 60-day challenge, you're not committing to just doing a bunch of actions that lead to some intangible result. You're doing this to create more freedom in your life. And success starts with who. And so when we're talking about marketing, we're talking about being a successful marketer, it starts with this thing right here. Who are you marketing to? And Andrew is going to talk a lot about that upcoming very soon. Second thing is, the quickest and easiest way to get exposure, to get traction, is using social media, but not in a douchey way. Not in the way that turns people off, but that it attracts people that have the same values that you have. They want freedom and independence. How do you do that without, blatantly pitching whatever it is you're selling? Well, it's definitely not in blatantly pitching whatever you're selling. It's in leading with value. And so you're going to learn how to post for purpose, or post on purpose, or however you say it, with Doug and Katrina. That's the second module there. Module 3 is something I'm really excited about. And a lot of people are a little freaked out about this. They're afraid of using video. And it's interesting. I'm one of those people. You see that I have the screen pulled up right now, and you're watching that screen on your monitor. And part of that is because I want to share this this outline with you. But the other part is I do not like being on camera very much. But there's good news. You don't have to be on camera to be successful with video marketing. Is that true or not true? True. Absolutely. So you do not have to be successful, or you don't have to be on screen to be successful with video marketing. Do you have to be attractive? No. Do you have to be able to convey and communicate? Yeah, sure. But you can do that in a number of ways. You could do that with a PowerPoint presentation. You could do that with Powtoons. There's lots of tools and things out there that help you to be able to present, even if you don't like being on camera. But video is so powerful for getting your message out and reaching your ideal target market. So once you've identified who, your quickest path to getting exposure is social media and video. I think that's a powerful combination. And then you tie it all together right here with your central marketing hub, which is blogging. Katrina's a master at blogging. She actually has a course where she teaches blogging. Well, she's going to share some of that stuff with you in Module 4, so you're going to learn all about how to use not only, there's a lot of people, there's courses on social media, there's courses on video marketing, there's courses on blogging, but how do you use them and coordinate them together in a congruent marketing strategy? How do you fit the pieces of the puzzle together? Well, that's what this is all about. You're going to learn that. And that leads to Module 5. This is going to be with Tyson. I think it's O-N, by the way. I don't think it's E-N, so I'm just going to make that change right quick. I believe. I don't know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, change it back. But that's the Instant Authority Blueprint. If there's somebody that's done this right, it's Tyson. I think he's our top earner this month and last month for Elite Marketing Pro. And he did this by taking the concept of attraction marketing, by taking the concept of branding yourself and implementing it. And he did it faster than pretty much anyone else I know. So instead of being a Me Too marketer, he became an expert at branding himself and positioning himself in a marketplace as an authority. Does that mean he knew everything? No, he didn't know everything, but he understood the concept of branding and becoming an authority. He's going to share that with you in Module 5, which is fantastic. Module 6 is where we get to play with the tools. This is where we start executing on the theory. This is where we start taking the strategy and putting it into action, and we create your most important process, which is your capture page. That's the gateway to everything else. That's where your relationship with your ideal market that you learned about in Module 1 begins, where you capture people, you build a relationship with them, and you offer to solve their problems. And how do you do that? Well, if you're somebody who wants to sell your own stuff, if you're a consultant or a coach, or if you just want to sell a network marketing opportunity or whatever the case may be, our job is to empower you with the tools and training to succeed outside of the Elite Marketing Pro community. It's to empower you to succeed forever. And how do you do that? Well, you get really good at capturing leads, generating traffic, and making sales. Those are the skill sets that you need to learn to be successful as a marketer. So Module 6 is where the rubber meets the road. You start putting this stuff into action. Then what do you say to your folks who join your list? What do you say to those that come into your system who are on your list? How do you talk to them? How do you communicate them? Well, you're going to learn that with Vitaly. Okay, Vitaly's our in-house copywriter. You've probably gotten emails from him, probably daily. He's a ninja when it comes to writing compelling emails. He understands how to tap into the mind of his market, really tap into their core desires, fears, and present content that's valuable, entertaining, and gets them to take action. And he demonstrates that on a daily basis. So you're going to get some of his mojo here in Module number 7, and you're going to learn some really valuable stuff there. Not only are you going to learn this stuff, again, you're going to be getting homework you're going to be expected to implement. So Module 8 is bringing it all together, your sales machine all together. What does a successful sales machine look like? Well, we all know it starts with capturing leads and building your list, right? That's a capture page. That's what it does. What does the rest of that look like? How does it look? What does a successful 6-figure business look like? Well, we have 6-figure and 7-figure funnels here at Elite Marketing Pro. That's fantastic that we can do that. But how can you duplicate that? How can you replicate that? Well, in Module 8, I'm going to share how you can do that. That's coming up on, I believe, November 4th. And then finally, we have some great paid traffic strategies with Mr. Abdullah. He's our #1 lead generator at Elite Marketing Pro, and he consistently generates sales. And he has seriously mastered some traffic strategies, one of them being Facebook, and he is going to go ahead and share that in Module 9. Now, all of these also have a Q&A along with the actual content. So not only are you going to get to hear how to do it, not only are you going to get an action plan, but if you run into any issues along the way, if you have any questions about anything, you're going to get the opportunity to ask those questions. So you have no reason not to move forward in your business, no reason to not take action, and no reason to not get results in the next 60 days. So here's to you committing to your success. here's to you spending the next 60 days with my two good friends, Katrina and Doug, who I'm going to just turn it over to in just a second. And here's to your success and your story that I'm looking forward to getting in the Elite Marketing Pro community. So engage in this like you mean it. Treat this like a $2,000 or $10,000 investment. Focus on this for the next 60 days, and you will get results. Okay, I promise you. So thank you so much, Katrina, Doug, for putting this training together and for letting me introduce it. Once again, very honored to be here. And at this point, I think I think I'm supposed to turn it over to you, I believe. So I'll let you take over from here.
Okay, well, that's great. Thank you, Tim, so much for that introduction. You did a great job of explaining and giving a great overview of what the 60-day challenge is. For those of you who were in the first 60-day challenge, you can see that we took your advice. We have implemented some improvements to the curriculum, and this is going to be the best 60 days you could possibly imagine to grow your business. And so I'll give you a little bit of my background. I came out of the restaurant industry, the hospitality industry. I spent years and years and years working those 60-hour weeks, and I learned a lot about marketing too, because I had to generate customers on a regular basis. But one of the big things that comes out of being a chef and a restaurant owner is the ability to create recipes. And what that means is that the ability to follow a system. The recipe is essentially a system that gets consistent results. So if you follow the system, you'll get the results that you're looking for. If you follow the recipe that created the great cake, the great souffle, whatever it would be, if you follow that recipe, you're going to get the same results. The same thing with marketing. If you follow a system that works, you're going to get consistent results. And so that's how this all came about. So Katrina, why don't you jump on here? And Katrina came from a little different background in the hospitality industry, but again, we're both very much system-oriented, recipe-oriented. We like to eat good food. And so, we like to follow good recipes so that we know that we're going to eat good food. And it's the same thing with marketing. We like to get good results with our marketing, so we like to follow a procedure that's going to give us those results. The Elite Marketing Pro is a system that if you follow the system, you're going to get results that can help you generate a profit. And in our first 60-day challenge, we had folks generated their first leads in less than 24 hours in some cases, people that generated their first profits, and that's what this is all about. It's like you got into Elite Marketing Pro because you're looking to create a business online, you're looking to make a profit. Well, let us take you through a system and show you how you can generate profits in less than 60 days. Why would you not want to do that? That's why you joined, right? So open up your minds, be coachable, be teachable, be willing to do some things maybe different than what you have done in the past, but just follow what has been proven to work, and it will work for you. So with that, I'm going to be quiet because I can talk as much as Tim can. So Katrina, let's give you an opportunity here.
No, I'm excited about this whole process. I mean, the first challenge was something that both you and I were extremely passionate about. And my background is in the culinary industry also. I actually left Disney. This is a story I actually told Tim a while back, but I actually quit Disney altogether. I cut the bonds that binded me to that place, and I walked away from it. And it was just as Elite Marketing Pro came into being. So literally, I was like 2 months into Elite Marketing Pro. I walked away from my corporate job, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this. Like, there's nothing else I was going to do. If I was going to make it, it was going to be with Elite Marketing Pro, and I needed to, go all in and learn the system. So when we went through Elite Marketing Pro, when Tim was laying the plans out and actually introducing it to the people, I became a student of marketing. I actually watched Tim and his group and his team like do their webinars. I watched it for the marketing purposes. I watched the emails they sent out. I watched the marketing funnel. I actually learned so much more by just watching that system roll out than anything else. And so I became passionate about Elite Marketing Pro because I understood that what they were teaching, you weren't learning anywhere else. I had tons of puzzle pieces. I had all the marketing pieces. I had all the pieces of the training out there, but I had no cohesive, I guess, bond behind it. I didn't know how they went together. So I just said, you know what, Tim, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to figure this out. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to start applying it. I'm not going to be perfect at it, but I'm going to do it anyways. And that's what I've done. I mean, even asking about this Elite Marketing Pro Challenge, I did it anyways. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I just did just because I have to do it. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's pretty, but I do it anyways. And in that, that's where I learn. And so it really became important to me to give back to a community that taught me so much. And when I saw people posting in the communities and the groups going, I'm brand new, I don't know what to do, I'm lost, I'm confused, where do I start? I was like, you know what, I've got to give back. There's something more that I can do to empower those that are using this system to really make this system an EMP and this be the ultimate training. This should be like your guru training, right? I call this the grandmaster of training. You know, Tim's been out there and he's trained a lot of 6- and 7-figure income earners out there, right? But this is the guru. This is the grandmaster. Tim's basically had his hands in or taught a lot of these marketing systems out there. And I said I wanted to go back to the basics. I wanted to go to where the dude was, you know. I wanted to go where, the master was, So I followed the grandmaster. And in that, I just wanted to continue to pay that forward. So you guys are here today because of an extreme passion of mine to give back to an amazing community to show you exactly what you can do with this, what you can do to build your network marketing business, what you can do. And I've struggled along the way. Heck, anybody that's been with me for the past year has known and watched me struggle and figure it out. But that's okay. I struggled. Some months were crappy. Some months were fantastic. But that's the best part of it, Then you've got a community of people that you can struggle with. You can ask the questions. How many times have you guys seen the question come up and you know the answer to it? Answer it, right? Just answer it. Be there for them. Be there for your team. Be there for your community. That's I think the best part behind this. And you guys are asking questions like, is there going to be replays of this training? So the Tuesday night trainings are recorded. So I'll just wrap that up real quick. The Tuesday night trainings are recorded, so they will be available to you. The only place you can get access to them after the recording, though, is inside the group community. So the Google Plus community is where you need to be. So make sure you're registered for the first training, which is going to be September 16 with Andrew, right? And then the Google Plus community you need to become a member of. And now here's the piece I want to make you guys understand. We put the link to the Google Plus community inside of EMP because we wanted to make sure that you were a member of Elite Marketing Pro. Just because we want to make sure you have the right tools to be successful. So you have to be a member of EMP. And so once you're a member and it shows up in there, then all you've got to do is just click on the Google Plus community, come in. Doug, myself, Tim, any of the moderators in there can invite you guys in. Go through your checklist. You have homework, which is why we wanted to get this guys out to you, because you do have some homework, right? So go through your homework. It's real simple. It's not crazy. It's going to take you 6 hours to do. It should take you about 20 minutes max, right? So do your homework and introduce yourself. Find your accountability partner, because this business is much better with accountability partners, and just get ready to have some fun. And that's really what this challenge is about. It's just about you guys taking action, whether it's ugly or not. The best part is that you can take ugly action and show it to the community, and will help you get better. Tim ripped apart my capture page, and I love him for that. I was like, thank you I needed that. I gave you the ugliest thing I could possibly find and said, fix it. And he did. And for me, I'm extremely grateful for that. And I know that the members that go through this challenge, when you show your first video, when you show your first blog post, when you show your first sales page, the fact that you have a community of top leaders that are going through this challenge, that have access to help you get better, this is like the best place to be. It is. I love it. I couldn't be more proud to be an EMP member, honestly. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if Tim's got anything else to say, but this is just my excitement. This is me.
That's great. And you know what? You brought up a good point, Katrina. The important thing is not to be perfect. The important thing is to take action. And I think that's just crucial in this business. If you really want to be successful in this business, take action. It does not have to be perfect. Don't be a perfectionist. That's the number one thing that's going to hold you back from being successful. And be okay with getting uncomfortable and making mistakes. And I'll tell you this, I'll be completely, totally, vulnerably honest with you. To this day, I still make rookie mistakes in some areas of my life and in marketing even. And you know what? That's okay. That's how we get better, is we figure things out. Sometimes it takes making mistakes. Hopefully you learn from other people's mistakes, but once in a while we have to make our own mistakes, and that's just life, and that's part of learning. And it's okay, because you have a community of people whose intention here is to help you be successful. And so you don't have to be afraid of judgment. The only thing, here's one thing about successful people that I've found, is everyone's afraid. Successful people are as well. Successful people and leaders are more afraid of not reaching their full potential, of not having more success, of not getting out of their stuck state or being in a life of mediocrity. They're more afraid of that than they are of embarrassing themselves or judgment or taking action. And so that's what you have to do. That's your job here, is to get more afraid of not achieving excellence in your life than you are of failure. And that's going to push you forward. And the only way that you can do that is really digging deep inside, deep in yourself, and pulling out what it is that you're passionate about. What do you want beyond the money, beyond what money is? Because you know, money's a number in a bank account. What does that represent for you specifically? What does that represent for you in lifestyle? How is it going to help you do what Katrina did and quit your job? What is it that you want to get from Elite Marketing Pro or from your internet business, whatever you're involved in right now? What is it that you want? What does that mean? How does that translate into success for you? And once you have that and you take action and do it without worrying about what people think and screwing up and being okay with that, you're going to have success. So that's all I got to say. Like Katrina said, I can sure talk, can I? But I'm done here. I think I'm just super excited because last time they did this, we had so many successful case studies that came as a result. The interesting thing was, though, that a large number of people showed up at the first one, the orientation, like you're here right now. And as we progressed, or as they progressed further, the numbers started to decline. And that's normal, and it's the 80-20 law in action, isn't it? But the interesting thing is those who stayed the course, the majority of them had results and success. Those who were kind of iffy or wishy-washy and showed up, maybe started out strong but didn't finish strong, they were the ones who didn't get success. So again, you're going to get out of this what you put into it. My advice is stick to this. Show up for as many of the live trainings as you can. And if you can't make the live one, review the live one. Show up for as many of the Q&As as you can. Get with your accountability partner and just really maximize this opportunity that you have, and you're going to have success. That's all I've got.
Okay. Yeah, that's great, Tim. The one disagreement I would have with you there is that I think that virtually all of the people who stuck with it through the 60 days, they all got results, and you would consider all of them leaders. So that was for us, that was true validation that if you follow the system works. Now, what I can tell you is that what I've seen is that when you measure something, it improves. And that's what the 60-day challenge is all about. It's about measuring your activities, and then when you measure something, it improves. But when you measure something and you report it to someone else, or you report on it to a group or whatever, then your results will improve exponentially. And that, again, that's really the crux of the 60-day challenge, is that what we do is we teach you, but the purpose of the 60-day challenge is to get you involved and to have you take action. This is not just a seminar series for you to come in and watch stuff and then don't do anything. This is a take action program. It's 60 days of learn something, apply what you learned, and then report your results to someone else. So we've talked about an accountability partner, and some of you out there that are watching this may be going, what the heck is that? Well, all that is we've created a community here. As we create this 60-day challenge community, you have the opportunity to join our Google Plus community and just put out there within the group that, hey, I've joined the 60-day challenge. I'm looking for somebody to join with me and be my accountability partner. You're going to pair up with someone else that you haven't met before. Doesn't matter if they're in the same time zone, doesn't matter if they're in the same area of the country as you, really doesn't matter. It's just somebody that you can connect with on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be by phone, doesn't have to be by, it can be however, whatever works with you. If it's email, if it's a text message, whatever it is, but just say, here's what I did yesterday, here's what worked, or I didn't do anything yesterday, but I'm going to do something tomorrow. Whatever it is, just say, this is what I did, this is what I didn't do, and here's the results that I got, and here's what I'm going to be doing.
And Doug, and all this training is available to them once they sign up for the challenge. So they get access to all this training that we're talking about. You're going to learn how to use your tracker sheets. You're going to learn how to use the community tracker. You're going to get all of this training for you guys. So we don't want to take up the time here going over it. This is really just an orientation for you guys. All your training, if you have questions, ask inside the community. You sign up for the 60-day challenge, get that signed up, you go into your EMP back office, get registered for it, get into the Google Plus community, review that checklist. Everything you need to know about this challenge is on that checklist. Everything. Do your homework. Study up, get ready to go, put your big girl pants or big boy pants on, take notes, and let's get ready to go on that 60-day challenge, because that is where we're at. And I think we're ready to wrap, because I know we've got another big webinar coming up very shortly, so I don't want to waste any more time, because we've got to get going for that.
We do. If you're in EMP, which you are, obviously, if you're watching this, then you know that there is a very valuable training coming up, and so we want to let you go in time to do whatever you need to do in between and get onto that webinar. So, yeah. All you have to do, just register for the 60-day challenge. You'll get all the information there, and we look forward to having you be part of this. We look forward to your success. That's really what this is all about. We get a lot of gratitude from seeing you succeed.
We want your success stories. We want your success stories. Like, if nothing else, I want your success stories. I want you to have an amazing success story from what the first day looked like to the 60-day, because you'll be shocked at what happens in 60 days. So thanks, guys, for joining us. Tim, thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to head out and call it a night, call it a wrap. Thank you guys again. Tim, you got anything to sign off with?
Just super excited to see the results that come out of this, as always. And thank you guys again for leading this and just sharing so much value to this community. That's all I've got.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, everybody, go out there, create success, and help others do the same.